Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am your English instructor. In today's class, we are going to learn the grammar portion of Unit 9, that is transformation of sentences. In this section, we shall be learning about how to transform sentences from one form to another. So, let's begin. Alright, in this section we shall be learning about the grammar portion of Unit 9 that contains transformation of English sentences. So in transformation of sentences, we shall be transforming the declarative, basically affirmative sentences into interrogative sentences, followed by the transformation of positive sentences, positive declarative sentences into the negative sentences. So we shall be dealing about these two things basically. Transformation of declarative sentence could be a positive declarative and negative declarative sentence into interrogative sentence, followed by the transformation of positive, say declarative or imperative sentence into the negative sentence. Alright, so let's begin. We shall now start something called transformation of sentences. Now, transformation of sentences means changing the form of the sentences without altering its sense. Knowledge of sentence transformation helps us to expand our usage skills by testing various ways of presenting a sentence in multiple ways without changing its actual meaning. So we can know how to say the same thing into different ways without changing the inherent meaning of the sentences. That's why we need to know how to transform, how to change sentences from one form to another without altering its sense. For example, I can write something like, I'll give you one example first. I have been working. So you can change the sentence into a question. Have I been working? The basic idea of the sentence is work or working. The basic idea is not changed. However, the form of the sentence is changed. From a simple statement, the sentence is now changed into a question. I have been working. Have I been working? See, this is transformation of sentence. So, knowing how to rewrite sentences so that they can have the same meaning as the original is often required in many English language tests, like your final exam or maybe even when you're writing an essay. So, transformation is an important skill which can help in improving our understanding of similar English expressions and even vocabulary. So we're going to learn about how to change the sentences. So we'll first start with changing an exclamatory sentence into an assertive one. So that's an odd choice, but we'll start from there. Exclamatory sentence into what? Into assertive one. So I can write some examples. Let's say the first example is how beautiful she is. Now this is certainly an exclamatory sentence. How can we change this into a simple assertive sentence? How beautiful she is. So you can change this into an assertive one by writing she is very beautiful. I'm going to write E for exclamatory and A for assertive. So that is how I can change an exclamatory sentence into an assertive one. I can give you more examples. What a beautiful view. This is certainly an exclamatory sentence. How can we change this into an assertive one? You can simply say it is a beautiful view. So that is how the exclamatory sentence is changed into an assertive one. I can give you another example. What a great pleasure it is. What a great pleasure it is. So that is an exclamatory sentence. How can you change this into an assertive one? You would say, this is indeed a great pleasure. Now that is an assertive sentence. All right. So now we have learned how to change an exclamatory sentence into an assertive one. Now we'll learn how to change an interrogative sentence into an assertive sentence. That means how to change questions into more like answers. So let's try changing interrogative sentences into assertive sentences. So let's try this one. You can write some example. Did I ever ask you to run? Did I ever ask you to run? Somebody's running and you stop the person and say, did I ask you to run? That is an interrogative statement or a sentence or a question. Now the point is to transform or change this interrogative sentence into an assertive one. Did I ever ask you to run? Since this is in past tense, we must change it into past tense. How can we do that? So can say, I never asked you to run. So that is assertive sentence. I never asked you to run. Did I ever ask you to run? I never asked you to run. Moving on, I can write another sentence. Is not health better than well? Clearly, this is a question, so it is an interrogative sentence. How can you change this into an assertive sentence? You would say health is better than wealth, and that is an assertive sentence. So this is how you can change interrogative sentences into assertive one. You have to be very watchful about, or let's say careful about, the tense. This sentence is in present tense, this first one is in past tense, so past tense is used in the first one while present tense is used in the second one. And did you know, did you care that, the meaning of the sentence is not altered, is not changed? Did I ever ask you to run? So I never asked you to run. The whole idea revolves around someone saying somebody else not to run. It's not health better than wealth. So the whole idea, when this sentence is changed into an assertive one, health is better than wealth, the meaning still remains the same. I can give you two more examples. Is there any fun in doing that? Again, this is in present tense. Is there any fun in doing that? How can you change this into assertive? So since this is an interrogative sentence, you need to change this into an assertive one. There is no fun in doing that. This is an assertive sentence, interrogative G. It changed to assertive. There is no fun in doing that. So the tense is not changed. You can write one more example. Why worry about what people say? Why worry about what people say? This is again an interrogative sentence. Now we ought to convert this into an assertive one. How can we do that? So I can introduce a phrase. It is foolish to worry about what people say. Alright, this is again an assertive sentence. So the tense is not changed. Why worry? So V1 is here and V1, even 2 plus V1 is here. So the tense is not changed. You see? This is how we can change interrogative sentences into assertive one. Moving on, we will now learn how to change imperative sentence into interrogative sentence. Imperative sentence into interrogative sentence. For example, get away from the pool. So this is an imperative sentence. Get away from the pool. Someone's commanding, shouting at you. How can you change this imperative? Alright, I'm going to write I am for imperative. How can you change this imperative sentence into an interrogative one? Will you get away from the pool or not? Or this or not is quite optional, so you can even not use it. Will you get away from the pool? Even that's fine. So this is now interrogative sentence. I'm going to write IT for that. So this is how we can change. Look at the tense. The tense, get away. This is in present tense, and will you. So this looks like a future tense, but still, the present, the sense of present is there. Will you get away from the pool? It's more like a request. Get away from the pool is more of a command where, slightly the tone of the sentence is changed. However, the meaning remains the same. Give you more examples. Please don't disturb me. What kind of sentence is this? Obviously, it is an imperative sentence. Please don't disturb me. How can you change this into an interrogative one? You will write, will you please stop disturbing me? Now this is an interrogative sentence. Will you please stop disturbing me? Right? One more example. Shut the door. This is an imperative sentence. Shut the door. How can you change this into interrogative? You will write, will you shut the door? Question mark. So this is an interrogative sentence. So we'll now go to the time for grammar section from the book. So you can even have a look. It's on page number 82. Time for grammar number B. So if you go to the book, you'll find a question. The first example is actually done for you. The statement is, giraffes are very tall. Now you need to change this statement into an interrogative sentence, and the answer would be not are you. So it should be, are giraffes very tall? And you can even answer this, you can give an answer, yes, they are. Likewise, you can solve other questions. I'm going to give you some homework for you, and homework is going to be changing these statements into interrogative ones. You don't have to write the answer, by the way. That's entirely up to you. The homework section. In this section, I want you to change these sentences into interrogative ones. You are a bookseller. Another statement, he is in grade 6. One more statement, it's Tuesday today. Okay, last one for you. Shambhu is a student. Alright, your question is to transform these assertive sentences into interrogatives one. That's all. Now, if you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.